Welcome back to the Max Reality. If you've seen my face before, then you know the drill, but if you're new here, I love talking all things reality TV, and today we are talking about one of my favorite things, Shark Tank. Specifically today, we're going to be going over some of the products from Shark Tank that I actually use. Of course, this isn't going to encompass every single Shark Tank product I've ever tried or used. These are just some of the ones that I currently use the most in my daily life. We're gonna start off strong with the product that I've owned the longest out of this list, and that is my bags from Rareform. Rareform is a company that takes billboards and repurposes them into bags. They were on Shark Tank in season 8, and they actually got a deal with Kevin. And back in the day when I was posting more TikToks, they sent me 2 different bags back in May of 2021, and I use one of the bags almost every single day. I turned it into one of my work bags, so at least like Monday through Friday, I've been using it every day since 2021. And this is her. It is the Maya crossbody bag. How they do the different bags is they call them different things based on the shape they are. Obviously, since they're using recycled billboard, each bag is unique in different ways, and this one's mine. I love her very, 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 very much. I have to set her down, though, because she is very heavy, because I am not willing to empty it just for this video. I still have to go to work tomorrow, so. At the time, they also sent me this cute little fanny pack, which she does not get as much use, but when I need a fanny pack, it is my go-to one, so I will give it that. She's so cute, right? Like, love it. So obviously I'm going to start off with, I'm going to be a little biased because I didn't ever have to pay for these bags. They were both sent to me. So I got them completely free. So that already puts a level of, I'm going to like it more because I didn't have to pay for it. So there's my first little disclaimer about them. But I gotta say, I love my bag, especially the Maya bag. Like I said, I'm carrying it all the time and I get compliments on it to this day. I'll probably put some more footage in here so you can see it a little better, but I'm rough on it. I'm rough on everything I own. People who know me know I destroy things. So obviously it has some little like rips and tears here and there because of me, because of user error. I think if I was more careful with it, it probably wouldn't have some of these marks because some of them I know exactly what I did to make them happen. But even with how it looks today, I still get complimented on it all the time. It holds so much stuff, and even though I didn't pay for it the first time, I have been debating replacing it. I don't want to I'll still use her. I'm never going to get rid of this bag, because also it's one of the first things that was ever sent to me from making Shark Tank videos, so it's sentimental to me, but also just because it's a good bag. Even with the outside having those cosmetic rips, it doesn't affect the bag inside at all. Like, there's no holes in it. That's just the billboard material kind of like ripping up. Honestly, no big deal. I should get like some good patches or something, make it even more customized to me, but I will always be a really big fan of Rareform, not only because of them sending me stuff, but I like their idea of taking stuff that was just going to go to a landfill anyway and using it. I also like on their website, because like I was saying earlier, since they're made from billboards, each one is going to be different, but you can look and see what styles are currently in the warehouse. Like when I picked mine, I knew what it was going to look like. I saw the different ones that were made out of this specific billboard and picked the one that I thought was cut the coolest out of the billboard. And I think that's really, really neat. Something else I really loved about this one in particular is this one actually came from an artist campaign where different artists were making these different billboards, and they got those billboards and turned them into different bags. And so I got to see the full billboard this came from, and that was super neat. I don't see them doing anything like that right now. I don't know if they've stopped doing that or if they just don't have a promotion like that going on, but very, very cool to be able to see it and then have it. Like, how fun. While the Rareform bag might be the oldest product I own, it is not the oldest on this list in terms of when it was on Shark Tank. That is going to go to Beatbox. Beatbox was presented on Shark Tank Season 6. They were there getting an investment for their party punch that came in a box that looked like a beatbox. It had fun flavors like blueberry and a red one. I think it was raspberry. And they got a deal with Mark Cuban. So season 6 aired between 2014 and 2015. I, for one, was not old enough to drink yet. So for a while, Beatbox had just kind of left my mind. Until one day, I am 21. I am in a grocery store in Texas. I am looking for stuff to have out for a party that's just easy, whatever, and I see Beatbox on an end cap, and I, out loud, say a phrase that all my friends know that I am famous for saying, which is, "Oh my god, that was on Shark Tank." So I got one, and from that point on, I would bring them to parties all the time. I was a big fan of Beatbox, mostly because it was so fun, coming in the weird little Beatbox-shaped box. It was an easy thing to bring to a party. It was very much like a boxed wine. That's kind of how they sold it at the time, but it was a party punch instead of just being wine. So something fun, something different, especially for college. Big fan. And then I left college, and Beatbox once again kind of left my mind. I wasn't in a place where I was needing something like that to bring to a party to have, so it went away. Until one day, I was either in a grocery store or liquor store. I don't remember this story as well. Sorry, everyone. I was walking around, and lo and behold, I see the rebranded little Beatboxes. And through a Shark Tank update, I find out that they had transitioned from that big box to these little boxes. The big boxes just weren't selling as well, and this type of packaging for wines and punches like this has started to get really popular, so they decided to pivot into this, and it's gone pretty well from them according to that update on Shark Tank, and according to the amount of times I have purchase some of these. It's only tasty though if you're 21, so. But yeah, I am a big fan of Beatbox. Number one, they have a lot of really fun flavors. Back in the day, it was straight up like 3-ish flavors, I think. I know one was blue raspberry, and then there was a red one, and then maybe like a green or yellow box. I don't remember because I always bought the blue raspberry one to take to parties, so I honestly couldn't tell you. And I know they would do like a fun one-off flavor every now and then. But now that they've gone into these little ones, they've been able to expand the flavors. And I feel like I'm finding a new flavor all the time. I think part of it is because the liquor stores around me are the last to get things. But still, they're always trying fun flavors. My only gripe is I wish they would make some of them look like, I don't know, mini Beatboxes. Do a throwback flavor for me, Beatbox. I'm begging, but they do have cute packaging. And another reason I really love them is I love that they were able to pivot. They needed to get away from the big boxes, moved into this. Seems like a smart move. So many companies would just die on being like, we are the big party punch you take to parties. But they were like, that doesn't need to be us. And it didn't. And I hope Beatbox, even more success and even more fun flavors. I tried this one for the first time the other day, actually. I love green apple, and this was delicious. I will say about Beatbox, though, if you don't like sweet things, this probably isn't the thing for you. This is for us who liked the Jolly Rancher soda back in the day. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. Those of us who like the weird, sweetly flavored Mountain Dews, stuff like that. If you're not a fan of sweet flavors, I do not think there's one of these you will like even remotely. So take that with what you will. This is for the very sweet, sweet drink. Girly pops and boy pops. Everyone pops. All the pops. Staying on the topic of fun drinks, but this time a non-alcoholic one, we are going to talk about Bora. Oops. Bora. This isn't sponsored, so there you go. Bora came on season 12 of Shark Tank with their herbal sparkling waters and got a deal with Robert. It is easy to go back through my videos and history and see that I am a victim of loving a fun drink. If there is a fun drink out there, I want to try it. So when I saw Bora on Shark Tank, I wasn't really a big sparkling water fan yet. I had a soda stream, so I was kind of into making sparkling water myself, but I hadn't gotten into like the LaCroix and that sort of thing of the world. But I heard Ouroboros flavors on Shark Tank, and I was like, you know what? That actually might be worth it. That is worth trying. When they first launched on Shark Tank, the only place I could get it local was like almost 30 minutes away from me. And that's how dedicated I am to trying a product when I see it and want it. I drove out to the different, very healthy, organic grocery store, and I found these bad boys, and I bought 2 of every flavor because I was so excited and knew I would like them. I got to the point where I was using their subscription service. I had Bora coming all the time, but I have pumped the brakes recently. Not any fault of Bora's, just because I am trying to expand my love of fun drinks. So I have had to take a pause, but Bora will always place number 1 for me in I haven't had a sparkling water yet that compares to it. It is my favorite in that category. Now, of course, there are cons. They have some of the same cons that pretty much all the fun drinks have, especially when it comes to shipping. It is kind of annoying and difficult to get cans shipped. You can get free shipping if you order a certain amount, but then you're having to order a certain amount and store a bunch of cans, which I always had fun dealing with and trying to figure out where to put a million cans so I could get free shipping. But that's not really a problem just with Bora. That's just more of like a general problem with shipping and receiving drinks, sodas, any kind of that. So I can't really fault them specifically. I really just can fault all my local grocery stores for not carrying every single flavor because so many of them are good. But to be fair, I do have flavors I don't like from them. Watermelon mint, in my personal opinion, is a tragedy and made my mouth hurt. But I think other than that, I haven't had a flavor I disliked. I was scared of one. It was a fall flavor that they've done before called Honey Pumpkin. Very terrified of it. But it has turned into one of my favorites. So much so that I am hoping they do it again this fall. They'll do limited flavors of things just depending on like what they're feeling. I've been kind of out of the loop on those flavors because again, I had to pump the brakes a little. But if you're into sparkling water, I definitely recommend trying it out. Especially if you're in a bigger place, you can probably just find it at a grocery store near you. So if you can do it that way, definitely recommend. Definitely. Even if you have to buy a box of them, I still recommend it because I like it that much. It's so good, but not the watermelon one. I've had people say it's fine, and they think it's fine. I think they're wrong, but... And the only other con with them that I still contend is just a problem with a lot of the drinks in this category is there are people who think it's a little overpriced. It's about $2.75-ish a can if you're just buying it on their website in a case of 12 and you get free shipping. I personally don't think like that's a whole lot, but that comes from somebody who gets all the fun drinks. And from everything I've seen from just buying drinks like this that are higher end, it's just kind of what the average is right now. Like, yeah, LaCroix isn't that, but I would never, ever compare LaCroix to this in any world. That is, like, it's just not even close. Like, night and day. In my personal opinion, again, Bora has never sponsored me. This is 100% this one in Beatbox. I have no bias toward it. It's just my 100% feelings. I will tell y'all when I have the biases. This one's just bias of how deeply it's in my heart and in probably my bloodstream at this point. To keep the theme of drinks kinda going, we are going to talk about the Coldest water bottle. Coldest was on our most recent season 15 of Shark Tank. They had products that keep you cool no matter what. Different things like bedding, dog beds, dog bowls, but the biggest thing is water bottles. Because season 15 is within when I have been doing Shark Tank videos on here, I have more information in the video that I'm going to link up here. So I'm going to spend less time on Coldest because of that. And also because Coldest kind of cheats being on this list because I did not buy them because they were on Shark Tank. I bought them and then they ended up being on Shark Tank. So it kind of feels like it's cheating, but I use it every day, so it has to be in the list. Unfortunately, while Coldest was in the tank, they didn't get a deal with any of the sharks, but they did get a deal with me. I mean, again, not really because I already owned this, but this is my Coldest water bottle. I've had it a few years now, and she's a good water bottle. I mean, for the price, it does what it's supposed to do. It keeps ice cold for a really long time. I have left this in the car in the south in the summer and come back with my water the same temperature. And that's all I wanted. Also like the cute little space design. It doesn't leak, really. I do think it's a little broken. Again, I'm rough on the things I own. But, I mean, other than that, I would recommend it. It is pricier than a lot of the water bottles out there. But, I mean, overall, I felt like it's a good investment. It's cute, does what it's supposed to do. What more can I really say about it that I haven't said in that other video? I have no good segue into our next product, so I'm not even going to try to fake one. The next product that we'll be talking about is from Season 11, and that is MC Squares. They came into the tank in Season 11 looking for somebody who would invest in their reusable, dry erase sticky notes. Pretty much they're little sticky pads that you can stick to surfaces like refrigerators, walls, whatever you want, write on them like a sticky note and erase them. Since then, they've made other templates of things like notebook paper and a calendar, which is what I personally have. This one, I did not necessarily buy because it was a Shark Tank product. I was already looking for some sort of erasable calendar like this at the time, and then I stumbled upon this and remembered it was a Shark Tank product and bought it. So, yes, I bought it because it was a Shark Tank product, but I needed it anyway. It sticks on our refrigerator, and I like it. I think it's really great. It erases really well. I feel like with a lot of dry erase products, over time, you'll start to see staining no matter which way you clean it. And it could be because we're cleaning it monthly because it's a calendar, but we have had no issues just taking a wet paper towel, washing it all up, drying it, bam, ready to go, no weird stains, nothing. So I, 10 out of 10, would recommend this product. I went to check when I bought this so I could tell y'all how long I had it, and I had no idea. We bought it in July of last year, so exactly a year we've been using this, and honestly, I thought it was less, because I was looking at it a few minutes ago because I knew I was about to talk about it. I was like, wow, this thing is in great shape. I think we bought it like 6 months ago. No, a year. So definitely recommend. They also have markers. I did buy those as well, and they aren't my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. The markers aren't my absolute favorite. I will say part of the issue is I should have just gone ahead and bit the bullet and bought the bigger pack because I ended up needing more colors. But they kind of have the same issue I've seen with other Expo markers where they'll have colors that just like are super similar, or no matter what, like every yellow ever is just see-through, and that's just a problem with Expo markers. I did end up buying a bunch of different markers to find my perfect marker because of the kind of person I am. We see the Virgo necklace, like I just have to have things a certain way. And I did find one I like better than the MC Square markers, but we still use those. So they're not bad markers. They're fine for what Expo markers are. But I would have other markers I recommend. Just saying. Our next product is from Season 12, and that is the Hug Sleep that Mark and Lori invested in. I don't really have a better way to show it off because it's kind of just like a tube of fabric, but proof I own it. I have the Adult Sleep Pod Move, and funnily enough, I also bought this one in July of last year, so it is also my year anniversary with the Hug Sleep. I decided to buy the Hug Sleep because I have been sleeping with a weighted blanket for about 6 or 7 years, and last year I was going on a trip where I was flying in a plane for the first time in forever, and I absolutely 100% could not bring my weighted blanket with me. It was the first time since I'd been dedicatedly sleeping with one that I couldn't bring it with me, and I was starting to have a panic attack, thinking about having to pack without my beloved weighted blanket when I remembered the hug sleep, and I thought, you know what? Might as well try it. So I bought it because I knew I could just easily pack it, bring it on my trip, and I wasn't disappointed. And since then, I've brought it on other trips where I was driving and easily could have brought my weighted blanket if I wanted to, but opted for this because it is great for that. When I am at my house, I still 99.9% of the time am gonna sleep with my weighted blanket, but I do like having this as an option. There have been times where I've just felt like super overheated and hot, either because of being sick or anything. There's just times, where you just don't want a weighted blanket. And this is definitely a great substitute. And on top of that, it has been a great substitute for traveling because even on those trips where I could bring it and I drove with it, it's still a pain to lug around a heavy, heavy, heavy blanket. So I really love having this as my backup for traveling. But again, even at home, I'll end up using it every now and then. I think it's really comfortable. I really like the Move because the Move has a little pocket at the end so you can kick your feet in and out of it. So if you're like me and wake up in the middle of the night needing to get up, it is very easy just to kick your little feet out, get up, have the hug sleep wrapped around you, do what you need to do, and get right back in bed. Very cozy, would recommend. I do, however, have one very, very, very big gripe about the hug sleep, and that is the sizing chart on their website. So say you want to get a hug sleep. You go down to sizing to try to figure out what size is going to do the compression best, all of that. You look at men's sizes, and it's in men's pant sizes, which, if you know anything about men's and women's fashion, men's sizes are very regulated and are truly just like inches and waist. So it's very easy to read 22 to 27 inch waist, 28 to 33 inch waist, so on and so forth. But if you look at the women's side, it is in dress pant sizes, which, if you know anything about women's sizes, that means absolutely gobbledygook to anyone. It's in sizes such as 0 to 6, 8 to 12, 14 to 22. I'm sorry, I had to compose myself for a minute because I just think it's so silly. If you are from the Hug Sleep website team and you end up seeing this, again, I love your product, but this objectively is very, very silly. The sizing should just all be in inches. Everything should be in measurable, easy to calculate things so you can buy the right size. When I saw the dress sizes, because I didn't even see the men's at first, I just saw the dress sizes, and I sat there like, I don't know. Like, especially for someone like me, sometimes I'm in between some of these sizes. I've worn a 14, I've worn a 16, I've worn a 10, all at the same time in my closet. If you buy any women's fashion, you probably understand the struggle. So please, I am begging as a consumer, Hug Sleep people, just put all of it in inches. Save anyone from the mental distress of seeing that and being like, what do you want from me? Because even most fashion places nowadays online will give you the inches of the measurements of what they mean by small, so and so and so and so. So to just give these dress sizes with no context, very wild. Love the product, hated that while buying it. In case you're wondering what I personally did, I just went off the men's sizing, and it worked out well for me. I just measured myself, kind of went off the men's height and waist, and did my best. Still think they should fix it online, but that is what I did. That's what I would, I guess, recommend doing since it worked out for me, but can't guarantee it'll work out for you. That's just what I did. We're now going to move into our last little grouping of products, which also has a theme like I was trying to do in the beginning, which is clothing, starting with the sweatshirt I am currently wearing, which is from See the Way I See in season 14. Unfortunately, she didn't get a deal, but it wasn't because the sharks didn't believe in her. They just felt like she didn't even need a shark. Once again, this is in the realm of things I have already covered on YouTube, so I will link the video up here if you want to see the story of See the Way I See. Go check it out. But yeah, if you've seen any of my other videos, it's very likely you have seen me wearing this. This is a top tier favorite of mine. I was gonna wear it to film the whole video, but if you are currently living in the USA, especially the South, you know it is currently very hot. And so I decided it probably wouldn't be super comfortable to film in this the whole time. But I wanted to put it on to model it for this section. So I bought this after seeing her on Shark Tank. I really liked the designs. I thought they were cute. I thought the sweatshirts looked very cozy, and I was personally being influenced by the sharks, but 10 out of 10, they were right. If you saw me in real life in this past winter season we have, you more than likely saw me in this, especially if I was running errands or just getting lunch. It's just so cozy, and every time I wear it, I always get a compliment on it. I even saw someone, unfortunately I wasn't wearing this, but I was recently out somewhere and saw somebody wearing one of her newer designs and was like, hello, that's See the Way I See, because I can't not point out a Shark Tank product when I see one in the wild. If I see you with a Shark Tank product, I'm going to be like, oh. And I told her too, I was like, I know her from Shark Tank. And she's like, oh, I know her from TikTok. And I was like, that's great. Shark Tank. I'm super normal and fun, I promise. Overall though, I'd recommend it. I mean, I love this sweatshirt. It is very cozy, very warm, great material, cute message. What more can you really want from a nice little sweatshirt? Aside from all being clothing type products, I also just realized all of the last couple ones have the theme of being from season 14. So how fun, a double theme, making up for all the other miscellaneous products not having a theme. As I said, this next product also comes from season 14 of Shark Tank, and that is Dapper Boi. They are a size and body inclusive, gender neutral clothing brand. Unfortunately, just like See the Way I See, they did not get a deal, but that has not stopped them from being super fly. So, also giving a throwback to the beginning of the video, this is another company that sent me product, so I do have bias toward that because I didn't pay for any of it, but I also have bias towards it because it makes me feel really cool. So, like I said in the beginning, this video is only about products that I actually use. So there are products that have been sent to me before or that I've bought that I am not talking about because I don't really use them. So while this may have been sent to me, I am talking about it because I use it. The jacket, similar to our bags in the beginning, doesn't get used as much. It's very much like the duffel bag. Not the duffel bag, the fanny pack bag. When I need it, when it comes out, it is great. I can't wear this jacket without at minimum getting one compliment, usually more than that. I wear this jacket and people are like, oh my gosh, and I want to have a business card to give to them because it just look at it, 10/10. So similar to the bag situation, they also sent me another product, which is their joggers, and these are like my Maya bag with the Rareforms. I wear these so much. Right now, they're sitting in the back of my closet begging for it to be cold again, but when it is cold outside, you can catch me in these almost every day, and honestly, I'm usually wearing them with that sweatshirt from See the Way I See. I'm just a walking Shark Tank billboard. They sent these to me in late July, early August-ish. Again, didn't mean to make an accidental theme of almost all of these being a year anniversary of owning them, but we're here, and just 10 out of 10. Number one, the material they're made of just feels so nice. They're also crazy warm. That's why they're begging for it to be cold again, because the inside is lined, and it's just Oh, it's so warm, which makes me so sad. Because if I could just wear them around the house or wear them outside, if it wasn't so hot, I truly and deeply would. I even got a size bigger than I would normally get, and I was kind of worried that would make me not want to wear them out as much because they might not have like that sleek fitted look. But even with them having that kind of baggy look, they're just such a nice material that they're great to wear out. I'll wear them to go get brunch. I don't care. If it is cold and we're doing a nice, fun, cute, and casual, you're going to see me in the See the Way I Sweet sweatshirt, See the Way I Sweet sweatshirt, and white Converse. Sorry, that's my cute wintertime outfit of choice lately, though. So, also the messaging behind their clothing is just 100% something I can get behind, especially as somebody who likes more gender neutral clothing a lot of the time, for especially my casual or just like daily going out stuff. It's great to have a brand like this, and I'm always going to be rooting for them. Along with me being biased about them sending me these things for free, I am pretty sure I have an affiliate type code with them. I'm not 100% sure. I sent them a message, but I sent it before I was able to film all this and stuff. So if I have one, it'll be up here somewhere on the screen. Editing Morgan here. I just wanted to pop on in case you're like me and usually just listen to YouTube videos. I do have a discount code. It is MAX15 for 15% off your purchase at Dapper Boi. Also wanted to pop in because I have no idea why I pointed over there for the graphic. I always do codes at the bottom. I don't know, you live and you learn. I'm just doing my best over here. Anyway, and then I will also have it all linked down below, so if you want to check them out and also support me if you can, definitely do it. Even if they don't send me a code though, go check them out because truly 10 out of 10. Just A+. A+ material, ready for it to be cold again so I can be back in my Dapper Boi era. Our last company should be very, very, very familiar to you if you have seen my most recent series of Shark Tank videos. That is Stealth Bros & Co. from season 14. Once again, their video talking about their whole story will be linked up here, but also once again, if you've seen any of my other videos, you are probably very familiar with, maybe even tired of hearing about them, but I will never be tired of hearing about them, even if I don't make $1 from it. I love Stealth Bros & Co. As I said, they were in season 14, and Stealth Bros & Co. sells different DOP kits, which are bags that generally hold like travel supplies or medical supplies. In this case, this company is founded by Brax, who is a trans man, and he was looking for places that were fashionable and organized to keep his testosterone vials and needles, and from that was born Stealth Bros & Co. And they have all different types of bags, came on season 14, and got a deal with Mark Cuban. So as always, I'm going to keep it 100% with y'all. I am an affiliate with Stealth Bros & Co., but I personally have not made $1 from them yet, and that is fine. I honestly didn't think I would. They reached out to me and wanted to give me that code, and I was like, hey, I'm transitioning to YouTube videos, and I don't have a lot of followers, but they were like, that's okay. We'll give you this code anyway, and I'm very grateful for it. I love, 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 love Stealth Bros & Co. I love the culture of their company. I love the whole story behind it. I've gushed about Stealth Bros & Co. forever and ever, and I always will. They were in my number one spot area for, not number one, but they were in my ranking of favorite pitches from that season in season 14. And when they reached out to me, I was just like, they were one of the first companies to ever reach out and like give me affiliate code like that. And it just felt like such a perfect match because I love them so much. I should stop gushing about like Stealth Bros & Co. and actually talk about the product, I guess. So this is the bag they sent me. It is their junior DOP kit. And if you've heard me talk about it before, you know it is literally my go-to bag. It is almost like my wallet at this point. I keep every single essential that I need in this bag, and then I just transfer it from my work bag to my purse on the weekend, and I always know I have all my stuff, and it's so cute. A lot of times when I'm just like running in a store, I'll just take this because it's all I need, easy, on the go, 10 out of 10. And I know I've been saying this, but I get compliments on it, and it's another one of those that I'm like, I should keep a little business card so I can just hand it out, because people always want to know where I got it. It's so cute. It holds all my stuff. 10 out of 10. Like, I can't say anything better about Stealth Bros & Co. They also just released some new bags, like a backpack. I've been debating getting one. I don't really need a new backpack right now, but like, I mean, don't I need a new backpack right now? Who's to say? Who's to say? Editing Morgan here once again. I was gushing so much about Stealth Bros & Co. that I forgot to actually tell y'all my discount code with them, and that is SBCMAX20 for 20% off your purchase at Stealth Bros & Co. And that is going to be the end of the list for now on Shark Tank products that I actually use. If any of these companies are before I was doing these Shark Tank recap videos and you want to hear more about them that's similar to one of my recap videos, definitely let me know down below. Or if there's any company that you want to hear about or an episode, I am always open. I love Shark Tank. I will go back and look at anything, especially if any of y'all would like to see it. As always, I'll have links below to everything so you can check out these different companies and my affiliate codes when and if applicable. All of that will be down below for your perusing pleasure. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. If you like this video, don't forget to like it down below. And if you like hearing about reality TV content, maybe check out some of my other videos and subscribe to the channel. As always, I want to hear your thoughts, feelings, opinions. I want to know if you've tried any of these products, if you're gonna try them. Did you try them and hate them? Did you love them as much as I did? I am always open to hearing all that and more down below. And until then, I'll see y'all in the next one.